Imagine, just a normal day. You're walking down the street, music playing in your headphones, coffee in your hand, and suddenly, a flash brighter than 1,000 suns. In a fraction of a second, everything within a 500-meter radius simply vanishes. The shockwave sweeps away houses like a house of cards, and then comes the radioactive rain that can kill you within hours. Sounds like a movie? Unfortunately, this could become reality. Today, the probability of a nuclear incident is higher than it was 10 years ago. But here's the good news. If you know what to do, you have a real chance of surviving, even if the bomb hits your city. In this video, I'll break it down step by step, what happens in the first seconds, what you need to do immediately, what survival kit to assemble right now, and how to live through the first 72 hours in shelter. This is not theory. These are practical instructions based on recommendations from FEMA, the CDC, and the experience of those who have studied the aftermath of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Let's go. A nuclear explosion has three main killers. The first is the flash and thermal radiation. The second is the shockwave. The third is radioactive fallout, that black dust that settles on the ground. If you're in the exact center, chances are almost zero. But if you're 2 to 5 kilometers from the blast, the golden rule is, don't look at the flash. It can blind you forever. Right after the flash, you'll have only 5 to 15 seconds before the shockwave arrives. In that time, run to the nearest building, not to your car, and not stay on the street. The best option is the center of a house or a basement. The more walls and floors between you and the outside world, the better. According to ready.gov, even an ordinary multi-story building can reduce the radiation dose by 10 to 50 times, and a basement by hundreds of times. The most important rule for the first minutes is, get inside, stay tuned. Once you're inside, immediately close all windows, doors, and ventilation openings. Seal every gap with wet towels, plastic sheeting, and duct tape. Remove all outer clothing because up to 90% of the radioactive dust can be on it. Put it in a bag and move it far away from people. If possible, wash yourself quickly with soap. Do not leave your shelter for at least 48 hours. Why exactly that long? Radiation decreases according to the 7-10 rule. Every 7 hours its level drops by about 10 times. After 24 hours, it's already 100 times lower than in the first minutes. After 48 to 72 hours, you can start carefully planning to go outside. While you're sitting in the basement, it may be completely silent outside. Communication may be down. There may be no power. That's normal. The main thing is that you're still alive. Now let's talk about what you need to stockpile today. Don't wait for the alarm. Gather everything in one evening, and you'll be ahead of most people. Here's a basic nuclear kit for a family of 4 for 14 days. First, water. 1 gallon, about 4 liters, per person per day. That's a minimum of 56 liters for 2 weeks, plus another 2 liters per person for hygiene. Store the water in bottles and canisters in a cool place. Second, non-perishable food that provides lots of calories. Canned goods, stew, fish, beans, vegetables, rice, pasta, oatmeal, energy bars, nuts, dried fruits, powdered milk, protein powders. Be sure to add multivitamins and vitamin C. Radiation hits the immune system hard. Third, a radio with a hand crank or batteries, and it must support NOAA. Without it, you'll be in complete information darkness. Light and power. Several flashlights with spare batteries, a 20,000 mAh power bank, and a small solar charger. Candles and matches in a waterproof bag won't hurt either. Medicine. A full first aid kit with bandages, antiseptics, painkillers, anti-diarrhea medication, and burn treatments. Don't forget your personal medications for 30 days ahead. Potassium iodide can be taken just in case, especially if there are nuclear power plants nearby. Protection from dust. N95 respirators or better, full face masks, safety goggles, disposable coveralls, and nitrile gloves. Plastic sheeting, wide duct tape, and scissors to quickly seal the room. Sanitation. A bucket with a tight lid and trash bags for a toilet. Toilet paper, wet wipes, disinfectants, and regular bleach. It's useful both for disinfecting water and for cleaning. And finally, documents. Copies of passports, insurance policies, and medical records in a waterproof bag, plus a city map with possible shelters marked. The whole kit weighs about 30 to 40 kilograms for the family. Divide it into backpacks so you can grab them and go quickly. Now, how to properly set up a shelter. Choose a room without windows, ideally a bathroom, closet, or basement. If you can't avoid windows, cover them with plastic sheeting in 2 layers and seal with duct tape. Set up at least a simple air filter. Wet towels over the vents will already help a lot. Don't stay in a completely sealed room for more than 12 hours without airing it out once the radiation level has dropped noticeably. If you have a basement, that's a big advantage. If not, the center of a multi-story building on a middle floor also provides good protection. The main rule is minimal contact with outside air during the first 72 hours. What will life inside the shelter look like day by day? The first day, just sit and wait. Try to stay calm. On the second day, start listening to the radio every hour. Eat sparingly. Drink on schedule. Monitor your well-being. Nausea can be a sign of radiation exposure, but even then, chances remain. After 72 hours, if the radio says it's safe to go out, do it only for 15 to 20 minutes, fully protected, and return immediately. If the city is heavily contaminated, be prepared to stay in the shelter for up to 2 weeks. Let's debunk a few dangerous myths that can actually kill you. First myth: a basement won't save you. Actually, it will. In Hiroshima, people in basements even 2 to 3 kilometers from the epicenter survived. Second myth: you need an expensive bunker for $1 million. No, an ordinary house or apartment plus the right actions give very high survival chances, up to 80% according to some estimates. Third myth: after the explosion, you need to run immediately. On the contrary, the greatest danger in the first days is fallout. So the rule is simple: run inside and stay there. A nuclear bomb is true hell on earth, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. People survived in Hiroshima and Nagasaki under much worse conditions. Preparation is not paranoia. It's ordinary responsibility to yourself and your family. Right now, if you haven't started assembling your kit yet, do it this weekend. Like this video if you're already thinking about preparation. In the comments, write which city you live in and whether you're ready for such a scenario. In the next videos, we'll cover how to turn an ordinary apartment into a reliable shelter with minimal costs. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The strongest person is not the one who fears nothing, but the one who prepares in advance. Take care of yourself. See you soon.